Would you wait forever for someone who may never come back? What if that someone was the only family you ever had? Buddy was just a puppy when he was brought home by a young man named Jake. From that moment, they were inseparable. Jake was Buddy's entire world. They played together, ate together, and every night, Buddy would curl up at the foot of Jake's bed, feeling safe and loved. But one day, everything changed. Jake lost his job and struggled to make ends meet. The rent was overdue, bills piled up, and the stress became unbearable. One cold, rainy afternoon, Jake drove Buddy to the town's train station. With tears in his eyes, he patted Buddy on the head and said, "I'm so sorry, Buddy. I can't take care of you anymore." With that, Jake got back into his car and drove away, leaving Buddy alone in the pouring rain. Buddy chased after the car, his paws slipping on the wet pavement. But Jake didn't stop. He watched the car disappear down the road, his tail wagging in confusion. "Jake will come back," Buddy thought. "He loves me." Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. Buddy never left the train station. Every morning, he would sit by the entrance, his eyes fixed on the tracks, waiting for Jake to return. Whenever a train arrived, Buddy's ears would perk up, and he would rush to greet the passengers, hoping to see that familiar face. But Jake never came. The station staff noticed Buddy and started leaving scraps of food for him. An old janitor named Mr. Collins felt particularly sorry for Buddy. Every evening, Mr. Collins would sit beside Buddy and say, "He's not coming back, you know." But Buddy would just stare at the tracks, his eyes filled with hope. Winter came, and the temperature dropped. The townspeople tried to take him in, offering him a warm bed and a bowl of food. But Buddy refused to leave the station. One icy night, the wind howled through the empty station. Buddy lay curled up under a bench, shivering. Mr. Collins brought a thick old blanket and draped it over Buddy's frail body. As he sat down beside him, he whispered, "Why do you keep waiting, Buddy? He's not coming back." Buddy lifted his head and stared at Mr. Collins, his eyes filled with sadness and confusion. That night, Buddy's memories flooded back. He remembered the day Jake brought him home, the way Jake used to laugh when Buddy licked his face, the warmth of Jake's bed. But then he remembered the rain-soaked day Jake drove away, the way he didn't look back, the way his voice trembled as he said goodbye. The next morning, a little girl named Emma arrived at the station with her mother. Emma saw Buddy lying under the bench, his blanket covered in snow. She knelt beside him and whispered, "Hey, little guy, are you lost?" Buddy lifted his head weakly. Emma reached out her tiny hand and stroked his fur. "You're so cold," she said, her eyes filling with tears. "Where's your family?" Buddy nuzzled her hand, his eyes closing as he felt the warmth of her touch. Emma's mother watched them and said, "Emma, we can't take him home. He's probably waiting for someone." Emma's eyes widened. "But what if he's waiting for someone who's never coming back?" Emma sat with Buddy for hours, talking to him, stroking his fur, and sharing her sandwich. As the sun began to set, Emma's mother said, "Come on, Emma, we have to go." Emma stood up, her eyes still on Buddy. "Mom, can we come back tomorrow? I don't want him to be alone." But that night, as he lay under the bench, he felt something he hadn't felt in months: hope. The next day, Emma returned, and the day after that. Every day she would sit with Buddy, bringing him food, talking to him, and telling him stories. Slowly, Buddy started wagging his tail again. One snowy evening, Emma knelt beside Buddy and whispered, "You know, Buddy, I lost my dad too. He promised he'd come back, but he never did. But you know what? I found you. Maybe you were waiting for me too." Buddy nuzzled her cheek, and for the first time in months, he felt like he was home. Emma's mother finally agreed to bring Buddy home. As they drove away from the station, Buddy looked back one last time. He would never forget Jake, the man who once promised to love him forever. But now, he had a new family, a new home, and a